Iceland's rugged terrain has forged a resilient and independent culture, fashioned over the years by the descendants of the farmers and warriors who fled the tyranny of medieval Scandinavia. This original lot was a tough bunch, and haute cuisine wasn't necessarily the first thing on their minds. But the ancestral Viking culinary route has not been forgotten and is honored each year.
What's it called, the big party, the festival?
Thorablood.
Thorablood. And how long have you been preparing for this?
It's been laying in milk acid since September.
That's like
last year, 6 months.
6 months.
John and his cohorts have spent the last half year prepping for this feast. It's big business in Iceland. So big that Thorablood to-go packs are shipped to homesick Vikings around the world. Yummy sheep's head.
How many of these you got ready to go? Oh, he's cute.
We got about maybe 900 heads going on.
900 heads. That's a lot of head. That's the famous shark.
That's the shark, you know.
The famous shark, buried underground and allowed to basically rot for 6 months. A treasured national treat. The meat is poisonous early in the preparation. Maybe that's why it's handled with rubber gloves. Or maybe because it simply stinks.
The sheep's testicles.
Testicles.
Oh yeah, breakfast of champions, thank you. Sheep testicles. That's not bad.
Here's where it all started. That's the head cheese.
That's a head cheese.
Yeah.
Sheep's head.
Sheep's heads, yeah, boiled.
But all the meat is stripped off, the tongue.
The eyes, everything.
I mean, it's like testicles, head cheese, the fatty part of the lamb, blood sausage, sheep's head.
Yeah.
Is there anything in there that, there's nothing normal? By the way, what's it going to be like tonight? Is this going to be a serious, insane-o party?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's going to be a lot.
I really don't like it when somebody from Iceland is telling me, oh my God.
Yeah,
it's really?
Yeah.
Completely insane behavior.
Completely insane.
If you go around, boom.
Let's get the party started. Okay, maybe this is not the most exciting bunch in Iceland, but they're nice, they're fun, and they know how to party in their fashion.
You can really cut the excitement in here with a knife. Welcome, Minnesota Orthodontist Society. Thanks for coming. Today we'll be discussing a painful and prolonged surgical procedure. And it only heats up from here, folks. Do these things ever break out into senseless butchery and violence, long simmering feuds? Like, do any of these towns have, local rivalries?
From looking at this age group, I don't think so, no.
My friend Maria's from these parts, thankfully, and she's a seasoned Thorablood veteran, so hopefully she'll explain the finer details of the festivities.
It is once a year. It's a time period from January to March where Icelanders are basically celebrating how we used to store our food in the old days.
So it's just something you really only have to do once a year?
Yes.
Sort of like a prostate exam.
Yes.
Now here's a buffet you're not going to find in Las Vegas.
The lower jaw is supposed to be the good stuff. Let's see, you have a cute one here. Yeah, he's looking good. Little smoked lamb, little head cheese. Oh, testicles. All good? Oh, yeah. Yeah, everyone's pointing at that, yeah. Watch the American guy eat the fermented shark.
One is strongly advised to drink Brennivin. Lots of Brennivin, presumably to wash out the taste of stinky shark.
Thank you. They told me I shouldn't touch the shark with my fingers. Now, this is food I'm expected to put in my stomach, but they think that I shouldn't touch it with my fingers.
I've actually never heard that before.
Oh, man. That is, I think, the word unspeakably nasty. This is probably the single worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Cheers to that.
Oxtail, it's super delicious. You see it in all other cultures except America. It looks a little gnarly, I think. Some people might think that it's off-putting, but gotta eat the tail.
I figure whatever David Chang does with oxtail, it's going to be great. But peering through the all-seeing magic screen at his sorry-ass condition this morning, I'm a bit concerned my man's a bit hungover.
But I don't know exactly what's gonna go with it. What else do we want?
Is he shopping at, the Quickie Mart?
Should've done my homework. I grabbed some Korean kombu, a doenjang. It's Korean version of miso, but this is super funky. Some dried chilies, Might make a sauce. We have some leeks, some rice cakes. If we go the soup route, we'll go with this. Apple pear. Looks like an apple, tastes like a pear. This is the best sauce. But the face, look how angry she is. It's like my aunt. It's awesome. Beef jerky, it's one of my great weaknesses in life. And we're gonna incorporate it into our sauce.
Whatever he's making, I call first dibs.
It's just like boiled the out of oxtails. It's one of the great pleasures in life. In my household, we'd have like Korean, American Thanksgiving. So you'd have turkey and you'd have Korean dishes. My mom's braised short rib dish, kalbijim, which is really delicious. So we might do a version of that. So we got a ripping hot oven here. Koreans, they don't brown their meat. They don't get like a Maillard reaction. We're gonna brown ours. We're just gonna build a layer of flavors. I hate saying that, but it's true.
After the oxtails have been broiled, Chang combines them with leeks, apple juice, garlic, soy, and apple pear. Pressure cook till tender.
I stopped cooking for my parents for Thanksgiving because it got to be too much. You go home, see your parents and your relatives, and all they want you to do, and I'm sure every cook in America can attest to this, is like, oh, why don't you cook Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or whatever? And you're just like, thanks, thanks. I've never deep fried an oxtail before, so we'll see what happens.
Then take the tender oxtail out of the pressure cooker and deep fry them.
So we got a nice color on these oxtails, and now I'm gonna glaze them in the reduction of the braising liquid. So in some of that broth, we cook some of those rice cakes, just put it on the bottom, and leave the meat on the bone.
Garnish with more scallion and fresh apple pear.
That's it.
Yeah, your turkey, Grandma. This is what I want for my holiday dinner.
Oxtail, it's no BS. It's just something that's really tasty that should be on more holiday tables.
The English seem to have the Christmassy thing all sewed up. So I figured, who better than April Bloomfield, chef and mastermind behind the Spotted Pig, the Breslin, and John Dory, to put me right.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Chef.
How are you?
Could be better.
Nice to see you.
Why do the English have sort of the exclusive on Christmassy?
You think so?
It's the Dickens thing.
Right. Tiny Timmy or something like that.
Yeah, I always hated him.
Oh, that's so sad. So, I'm not a huge fan of turkey. So what I cook for Christmas is like a big duck. And then pie.
Right, gotta have that.
English like pies. So put your penny on.
I'm gonna help.
Thank you.
Happy to do it.
All right, so we've got our duck.
Nice.
A bird. Classic English holiday feast. Mr. Quacky goes into a 350-degree oven for about 4 hours. Give him a spin now and again and a rub down with glaze.
Yeah, see, in all the Dickens stories, like, they were always stories of starvation and deprivation, but they'd always be contrasted by over at the rich people's houses. They were eating pies, lots of pie, filled with it, brimming, overstuffed.
You know, English people love pies. I mean, who doesn't like a pie?
Communists? Terrorists? Enemies of America and freedom?
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly start this sauce. It's going to go for the pie that we're going to eat. So I've got some garlic, right? I've got some thyme. So now we're going to chop up the filling.
That I can do. You know, I might need a job soon, actually. Things I'm having a very bad holiday season. Yes.
Oh, why?
Kicked out of the house. I went back to Leal, saw my old chef there. I asked for my old job back. He's like, you're too old, man.
Is that what he said, really?
Yeah, you're too
think,
old.
What? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
well, you know, we're going to have a little feast, so.
While duck cooks, you got plenty of time for all the other prep, like the pie, slow-roasted veal shank, and pig's trotter, some parsley, Swiss chard, chanterelle mushrooms.
So we're just going to add that to that, give it a mix up with the spoon, and then we're going to pop it in there.
Sausage rolls and devils on horseback. That's bacon wrapped around a pear and tea-soaked prune, if you must know. Much nicer than what Tiny Tim is having over at his house, wallowing no doubt in his filthy crepulence, gnawing perhaps on the discarded remnants of a stale Cinnabon. Our duck has been glazed and shellacked like a new fish at Rikers Island, caramelized like a budding reality star with balsamic vinegar and lemon.
What do you think? It's pretty sexy, right?
I think it's beautiful. Oh, look at that.
It's awesome.
It's tender, it's moist.
And the skin, do you like the skin?
Oh, well, it's the best part, right? We're close to it.
Okay, so we're going to go back to the pie.
Look at that. Wow. Could anything be prettier? God, look at this. This is like an extravaganza of gorgeous food. Yeah, leftovers not a problem. There's a tragic old cat lady down the hall who I could bring a snack to.
Oh, I hope she doesn't spend Christmas on her own.
Yeah, well, such are the wages of television.
Merry Christmas. Cheers.
This Christmas didn't entirely suck after all.
Cheers, Merry Christmas.
First of all, happy holidays.
Yeah.
Jim Jim.
Bon Natal.
Eder and his wife, Alex, own this tiny refuge, this island of enlightenment, a little bit of Spain close to my new temporary home.
I've been to Catalonia many times, but never around the holiday season.
Not around Christmas.
What does one eat there?
I think you'd be surprised because probably when you've been, they've like pulled out the best seafood that you've ever had in your life.
Yes.
But at Christmas in Catalonia, it's like the most austere, simple meal. They eat escudella. It's like a patefer. It's like a boiled meal. It's like cross-cut beef shin, poultry, turnips, carrots.
Oh, I love that.
And so the first course is always a broth with galettes, which is what you're going to see here.
Ooh.
And you can see the Italian influence. So they have this shell-shaped pasta, which I've never seen anywhere else in Spain.
Oh man, I love this. Good cold weather dish too.
The whole obsession about doing escudella and cardoya, it's that this is how we keep our language or our culture alive.
Escudella, becoming a theme actually, pale, beautiful hues of meat, meat, meat.
This is the chickpeas, some pig ear, and cheek,
It just gets better.
pork rib, cabbage, and then this is the pilota, which is what really distinguishes escudella.
The pelota, a big meatball, and delicious, delicious blood sausage, carrots, veal bone marrow, and bacon. Awesome any way you describe it.
To me, it would be hard to make a plate more beautiful than this. You know, the colors are so uniquely subtle. It goes against the grain of the way plates are supposed to look these days, you know? Just beautiful. What is that? That looks pretty.
These are canelon.
So the calories are the leftover meat of all this escudella.
And you eat them for San Esteban, which is the day after Christmas.
I like the leftovers after Christmas, you know. When
Almost better than, than the day
but not, you know, never got a completely different dish.
Sha Ju Sai literally means kill pig cuisine. Traditionally in Dongbei, when it comes time to slaughter the family pig, relatives, friends, and neighbors are invited to enjoy a feast made entirely from the most honored guest. From head to tail, to skin, to blood and bone. Fortunately, in the China of today, every day is occasion enough for a party. So I do what any TV host in my position would do and invite Alan, Grabe and Patrick from the ski slopes, Dimitri and Jihai and Elena to join me for dinner.
The piggy's lady. It's like all-time feast to local Dongbei people.
This is like a New Year's feast.
Yeah.
But they do it every night here.
Yeah, but in the past, not every individual family could afford a pig, so they have to save up money to get for the Chinese New Year.
Tell me about the porky over here.
Have you heard the novel Journey to the West?
No.
In the story, the piggy makes all the stupid jokes. He's a pervert, basically. He loves all the girls, but this.
Wait a minute, the pig is boning girls?
Yeah.
我很喜欢它，
He likes it.
因为它这上面一个戒字儿，
On the head,
Right.
it says forbidden. Basically means it's forbidden to do a lot of things.
But he does them all.
He does them all. That's why he likes them.
Live entertainment. A restaurant banquet hall with room for hundreds and hundreds. And pig, head first appropriately enough.
Everything is pork tonight.
It's shocking that what's usually the rubbery, toughest part, the snout. It was incredible, really tender.
There were pig's feet, munju shao.
That's delicious. Not good.
That's nice.
Chaju gan, which is liver, I think.
Wow, it's beautifully cooked. What is this anyway? It looks good.
A tower of shredded pig lungs, bandu si. Tastes good.
Delicious.
Yu Fei Chang, which is, I think, stir-fried chitlins.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
Wow, that's pretty.
Pork belly with cabbage. That's Swan Si Chuan Bai Ro or something like it.
That's really good. Yeah, I'm all over that, man.
And even some vegetables for color, I think.
Ribs? Shank.
Pork marrow? Why, yes, what a good idea.
The straw for the marrow, right? Oh, wow, they're not kidding. Wow. You're getting right in there. Oh, good? Good. Oh, yeah. Hey, Alan, what's this, man?
It's a cube of pork. It's chopped into this flowery shape.
Very nice. Pork. Yep. Pork flour. Oh, if only I could grow pork in my garden. I would be a happy man. Come back. Yes.
The inescapable rondelay of drinks and toast begins again. The never-ending merry-go-round of boozing and eating, accompanied by the comedy stylings of tonight's MC. A few more drinks, and I think I'll actually understand his jokes.
This man knows how to live. What is his secret to happiness and success?
He's got assistants to manage his business.
But I mean, a mental attitude. Is there a particular mental attitude?
但是我觉得我要去锻炼身体没有意思，我要做点
Living like a kid. Living like a child. That's the key.
What do you think about this?
The guy we used to work with had this great motto: I want to die young, as late as possible.
See, I think it's when you don't give a that you win. I'll walk away rather than do business with an
Yeah.
because it's not fun. So how important is fun? I'm asking the wrong person. Is fun important? Even to Russians? Even to Russians. How important is fun?
快乐一定要放在第一位，
First.
健康放在第二位，
Health is second,
快乐、健康、生意。
and then business.
Speaking of which,
Thank you. I got this.
Good health, good food, good friendship. Come back.